What up, peeps? It's your boy Heckin. Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk to you about SicCooper, the double jump video game guy. And I know I'm not on camera. That's because I just don't really feel like doing that today. It's a Sunday. It's lazy Sunday. I work hard, so I'm not going to be on camera today. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to roast this sucker any less than if you could see me doing it. But anyways, we got SicCooper. Now, I've met him last year at Siege, and he seems like a pretty nice guy, right? But you know what? Being a nice guy doesn't mean you're a great business person. And let's define that real quick, because I'm about sick and tired of all these fucking reseller defender comments coming in, being like, blah, 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 lose some weight, blah. Fuck you. I'll lose weight when I fucking want to, you motherfuckers. Anyways, so great business person, meaning in the fact that you take care of your customers, you treat people fairly, you're able to make a living while also helping others, as opposed to maximizing your dollars, fucking everybody over as much as you can, just basically looking out for you and your own shit. Okay, and I know a lot of people are sitting there like, well, that's how it is, man. Like, you gotta take care of your own and blah blah blah. Dude, fuck that, man. You can do both, okay? You can eat and live in a house and not be a fucking douchebag, because there's plenty of people that do it in all fields of work. And in this video, we'll be skipping along because it's 25 and a half minutes long, and this dude spends the majority of the time boasting about his Whatnot stream. He's selling on Whatnot. If you want to buy from him on Whatnot, you'll have to go over to Whatnot, where he'll be selling on the app called Whatnot. God, I'm so tired of hearing about that fucking app. That app sucks. It is a fear of missing out machine. And the thing is, like, man, I would rather have 3 flared up hemorrhoids and shit a 47-yard turd continuously than fucking hear about Whatnot ever again. And I have actually been told that there's another one now that I can't fucking think of the name of right now, but Pixel Game fuckers and all of the other people are fucking promoting this other app, and I just, why? And I tell you the reason why is because they don't actually fucking like Whatnot. They just did it because they got all these extra promotions and kickbacks from Whatnot for promoting their fucking their app. So now there's another one that's doing the same thing, and now everybody's migrating over to that. And man, if you want to buy some shit, dude, just buy it in person or just go to eBay and do it. At least on eBay, you know that you're protected. You don't have to worry about some new company. eBay's established, okay? They're like the Walmart of online auction selling. So I wanted to point this out because that's Pokemon Blue for the Game Boy, and it looks like they're selling it for $69.99. Now, if you look at price charting, the game goes for about $52 right now. So his store is already about $17 more expensive than what you should expect to pay. Now, I understand he's running a business and a store, but later on in the video, he references price charting when talking about a different game, which means that he uses price charting to price his video games. So why in the fucking titties is he selling this game for $69.99 when it should clearly be around $52? It sounds like he's price gouging the shit out of Pokemon games in hopes that people will pay for it because it's Pokemon. But the thing is if you just sell games for how much they're actually worth, people will be more likely to buy it. And he made a video a couple of weeks ago, if you look in his history, saying that I'm broke. Apparently he's not doing very well running his store, and even in the comments of this video, he says stuff like, I'm just trying to make sure I pay all of my bills and my employees, I have to look out for them. Well, here's the thing, bud. If you sell games for how much they're supposed to go for, then you will also make a lot of money because people will buy stuff more often. People are so greedy these days that they're hoping that the one fool will come across their shit and buy it from them, as opposed to just trying to sell things for what they should go for, man. It's fucking bullshit. All right? And so this is a bad example of how to run a video game store. And a lot of these local shops, they always have this problem. They always take forever to reprice their games. They have a hard time keeping up with what the pricing is currently because it changes so often. And then they like to use that as an excuse too. They say, well, the market is so volatile that it's hard for us to keep up. Bitch, do your fucking job. No one told you to own a game store. No one told you to be a reseller. Do it. You have 7 employees, I think. I think that's how many he said he had. Somebody should be full-time changing your prices and keeping them most up to date, as well as like your trade-in values if you don't have like a set amount that you give people. I mean, it's pretty basic, man. All you have to do is the work instead of sitting around lollygagging and fucking around all day, because I know that's what happens, because I mean, video game stores are some of the most laid-back places to work, except for GameStop, because GameStop doesn't staff a lot. So like usually those dudes are fucking busy. And that's the advantage that GameStop has over a local game store, is they have a corporate level that actually handles all these prices, and they will send out these prices and shit updates every day or every other day whenever they occur. So yeah, all you got to do is just stay on top of things, or like maybe just do like one section a day. Be like, today I'm going to double check the PlayStation 4 games and make sure they're all priced accordingly. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, but I'm just saying, dude, if your prices are more accurate to what they should be, then you shouldn't have any issues being successful as a video game store. There's something wrong that you're doing that's causing you to fail, because video games are hot right now. But yeah, $69.99, man, I can't believe that. And the artwork is faded. Like, you serious, bro? Like, come on now. But this is actually the main reason why I wanted to do this video. Okay, so Costco had a deal recently where you could get Mario and Luigi Brothership on the Switch, the game that's only been out for like a month or two, for $20. So you could get the game for $20, and it's normally like $55 there, because they sell a little under MSRP because they're Costco or whatever. But yeah, so they had them for $20, and he sent one of his employees out to basically go and buy as many copies of that as he could. And apparently there's a limit of 10 per person at Costco, which is good, but also like, what the hell, Costco? Like, why are you letting people get 10 copies of this? But essentially what happened here is he went to another store to buy games for cheap to sell in his own store. And I believe he put them on Whatnot to sell for like $45, which is still cheaper than buying them at regular price at Costco, I guess. But the thing is Costco is a fucking store that people go to all the time. So basically there's 10 customers right there that potentially could have got Brothership for their child or themselves for Christmas for $20, but because SicCooper exists and can't do a good job of running his video game store, to the point where he has to source from other video game stores, that's 10 people that potentially, could have got the game that didn't. And I understand he said he gave 2 of them away on his Whatnot auction, but who gives a fuck? Because, it could have been 2 games that someone could have got at Costco. Just because you gave them away in your fucking small group on Whatnot doesn't make it any better. And then you sold the other ones for $45 a piece. So you still doubled your money, and plus $5, which will probably cover your shipping. Well, actually, you'll probably make people pay for shipping on Whatnot. Maybe some fees if you have fees on Whatnot or whatever. So basically you're doubling every time. But dude, if you run your video game store properly, you should not have to go to other stores and fucking buy their shit when it's on sale to sell at a markup in your own store. That would be like McDonald's running out of fucking burgers and going over to Burger King and buying Whoppers to sell at McDonald's for a markup. Like, what in the fuck, man? And the thing that really turned my turnip here is he says in the video, well, normally on Whatnot, we'll start everything at $1 auction and let people pay whatever it ends up being. But then he said, but I think for these, we're going to do a buy it now price of $45. So he didn't even give people the opportunity to get the game for $25, $30, $35. Nah, he made damn sure that he got $45 for that. And here's the thing, all right? Most people that are going to buy Brothership they could just go down and buy it at a store for $60 and not have to deal with whatnot, not have to install a new app, not have to wait 3 or 4 days for you to ship the shit out. You should have just started them at $1, man, because I guarantee you they would have sold for 30 to 40, if not 45 or even $50. It would have been smarter to just do that. But no, instead you have to guarantee that you don't lose out any money there. So that's why you sold them for 45. So every time you sold a copy, you would double your money. And I get it, man. I get it. You're struggling. You need to make money. Blah, blah, blah. But what the fuck, man? Like, if you... Okay, so the reason you have to do stuff like this is probably because you don't offer good trades, or you don't market your own store in your own community or online well enough, because you have a website, and we're going to take a look at that actually and see your prices further. So clearly you're just not doing a good job at sourcing or selling. You're doing something wrong, and so you are reverting back to bum ass I don't have a store reseller ways to try to keep yourself afloat. And apparently you're opening another store. I don't know why you're doing that if you're not doing well with one store as it is. But okay.
We just got back and oh yeah, look at these Mario and Luigi brother ships. Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna let me buy 100, and then he went to scan 11. He was like, "Oh, it's only 10 per membership. I'm sorry."
Dang. He didn't have some sort of override.
No.
Could you imagine if you came back with 100 copies?
Yeah, I know how to get like one of their boxes or something, but
yeah. So it wasn't like they bought 10 because they wanted 10. It's because that's all they could get. This comment right here, Kilpatrick Productions. I'm glad Costco had a limit on buying those games because maybe some people wanted to go to their Costco and get a deal before the holiday season. I resell too, but there's sometimes an insane amount of greed with this hobby. Seeing sourcing tactics like this make me unlikely to support a business in all honesty. And then let's see what Double Jump had to say to that. When wholesale prices for this game are between $49 to $52, seeing them for $20 is amazing. Actually being able to make some money on them is awesome. We gave 2 away for free on Whatnot today and sold the rest at $45. We lose money carrying new games because unless we sell every single copy, we aren't making a profit. So here's the thing, all right? The reason it's important, and I know that Retro Rick doesn't want to really carry new games either because all he sees is that game losing him money. But this is how you make money with carrying new games, okay? And, this is taught to you when you work at GameStop too, the circle of life or whatever. When you carry new games, people will come and shop there and they will trade in stuff towards the new games. So you got to learn how to order the right amount of games based on, what you've experienced in your area and what you sell. And you have to incentivize people to trade in to make new games cheaper. It's pretty simple, man. And then you have used game inventory that you can turn around and sell for profit. All right, so I'm tired of hearing these people say, we don't make money off of new games unless we sell all the games. You need to do a better job at doing your fucking job, and then you will make better money selling new games. And that's the thing, dude. The reason that you see these kinds of problems with these store owners is because they don't know what the hell they're doing. They just I want to own a video game store. And then they just get a loan from the bank and they start it or whatever. Or however they end up doing it, they do it. But they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to run a business. That's why they suck. That's why they have to do shit like this. Because they have no fucking idea what they're doing. All right, so now we're over here on their website. And this website should be doing really good for them. Because they have 280,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if they're any good, they should be able to sell stuff to people, okay? Pokemon X, $39.99. Pokemon Y, $24.99. Why are those different prices, man? I understand that they're different games and price charting has them for different amounts of money, but I don't think they should be different prices. Okay, never mind. This one's loose. That makes sense. And then this one's complete. So $39.99, $24.99. Why don't you guys just do what GameStop does? Just keep it all the same. Why you gotta complicate shit? But yeah, whatever. Okay, so $39.99 complete for Pokemon X. Now let's go over to price charting real quick. Complete, $32. Okay, so the game is $8 more than it should be. Pokemon Y, loose, $27.99. Okay, so that one they're selling a little cheaper than they should. Okay, yeah, clearly they don't keep up with their prices, man. Let's see what else we want to look at here. Pokemon Stadium 2, $74.99. Let's see how much that one's supposed to go for. And I'm assuming that that is for a loose copy, because I feel like completed would be $280. So that one is supposed to be $68.99, and they're selling it for $74.99. So that one's marked up. And as we already saw with Pokemon Blue, that one was marked up. Now let's go over here. Let's look up Pokemon Trading Card Game and see what they're doing on that one. And actually, let's go ahead and open that one. Pokemon Trading Card Game, Game Boy Color. So that one should be $26.99, and they're selling it for $29.99. So that one's more expensive than it should be. I mean, dude, if you charge more than what something's worth, you got to think, like, nowadays, most people are marks for retro video games, so they know to check price charting. And if they see that your stuff is more expensive than what price charting says, they're not going to probably buy it unless it's something that they really, really want and they don't give a shit. They're like, oh, it's only $5 more than it should be. I'll buy that, support the local store, blah, blah, blah. Because that's the thing, man. I want to clarify this. I don't want local video game stores to fail. I want to see them thrive, because it could be a very beneficial thing to be able to go to a local shop and satisfy your gaming shopping needs for physical games. But when you do it so bad and then want to blame it on something else, like it's not your fault, you're saying, oh, we don't sell a lot of new games. It's like, the reason you don't sell a lot of new games is because you don't do a good job at marketing, you don't offer good trade incentives, you're not, it's something else. It's never people don't want to buy your new games. I seriously, I do not accept that premise. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this video is much different than the reseller videos that I typically make, but I appreciate you watching nonetheless. So let me know below, was I too harsh? I didn't really make fun of SicCooper at all, and it's not really I don't really want to make fun of people with red beards. It's kind of like a personal rule. I'm just kidding. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next video.